Are we ready to begin? We have 20 seconds. No, 15 seconds. No, 13 no, 10 seconds, I guess. But God. Yeah, it's about time we begin. Hello, and welcome to today's stream. I'm Professor Broly, aka Mr. Bonny John. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome, Rec and Alex. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining me today. We're actually kind of going back to basics. No ghost form. Not Danny Phantom. Although Danny Phantom was this one show that I really enjoyed. That really kind of made me want to get into animation, alongside obviously things like Studio Ghibli and whatnot. But hello, Draco. Welcome in. I forgot to change the description again. Gosh, dang it. Alright, I'll have to fix that later. Made it on time. Welcome in, Sketch. Welcome in. Good to see all of you guys. Mwah to all you guys. Hello, Pokerex. Guys, look at this. Should we do a quick countdown of all the Xotempo I've made recently? I mean, I've created more because, we don't see everything. But it's a pretty decent size, right? I've got a good chunk of gotta catch them all because he's so okay, we have a whole lot of Xotempo here. What is this? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 22, 26, 30, 32, 36, 39, 41, 43, 45, 47, 49, 51, 53, 55, 57, 60, 63, 65. That's not a second one. 67, 69, and 71. So just a little under halfway, about, because I want to do 150 designs. How inspiring this to see. Hey, thank you, Sketch. I appreciate it. It is really good to hear that. Obviously I'm creating it for me and my legacy and all that kind of stuff, right? But I want people to enjoy it. It's pointless if I just make it for myself. I'm gonna always like my stuff. I want people to like it, right? Especially you guys. So thank you for saying that. Yesterday, I had worked on a couple of new Xotempo. Messed around with this guy's, proportions a little bit. Increased his head size to make him a little cuter. So I replaced the first form for this guy. That'll evolve into a terror bird, pterosaur, terror dinosaur creature. And then we got these guys over here. I adjusted the design just a little bit. You might be able to tell a little bit of difference. Nothing crazy. But yeah, I'm just very excited to eventually kind of come down and really go through a lot of the adjustments. Impressive, right? Thank you. So it's weird because I feel like I've designed more. I guess 72 including, Zotaja or Zoraja. Maybe even I might just call him Xotem. His children. And then, a lot of characters. So there's still a whole bunch of creatures to go through for sure. Alien, yeah, that was from yesterday. I think it's my favorite. Wow, thank you. I look at a few of these guys, and there are still adjustments that I want to make, right? I think as much as I like this little pigeon guy, he's really just a pigeon. I think I can find something that represents poison or plague a little better than a pigeon, which isn't a bad thing. Could have a pigeon coloration, This guy's a little too plain. For example, this little worm guy, the pose is kind of plain. so I'll probably need to adjust him a little bit. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff that I can definitely adjust as I, move on. But today, chat, something I've mentioned many times is the fact that I always want to create concepts when possible that is my own take, something that Game Freak hasn't quite covered yet, right? So, to me, I think as far as the realm of sharks, we really only have, you have, of course, Sharpedo, but it's not like this full body shark. I know a worm cryptid. There's a few. I think there's this really cool worm that like Alexander the Great fought in India that I might use as a source of inspo. So, preview for a rat and a plague, Dr. Burb. How about a flea? A flea might not be a bad idea. Moreover, yeah, I think it was that one, the Mongolian deathworm. I think moreover, it's not so much the animal I'm worried about, but the concept, right? Because some of these creatures do have more interesting points of references. Others don't. So, it'll be something that I figure as I go along. All my fellas, hello Thunder, hello Rosa, welcome in. Interesting suggestion for species and mythical. Okay, so speaking of which, I think, yeah, we can just kind of get into it because I don't have to teach you guys like yesterday about H.R. Geiger and xenomorphs and all that kind of stuff. I taught you guys a little bit about bacteriophages and all that. Angel sharks. It all depends on the direction of the motif, right? So according to my Xotempo monster design list on Google Sheets, I've got a few here that I've done. Ooh, I might want to do a Indian elephant very soon. Oh, the pigeon could be a locust. That's true. Today it's gonna be a shark, Xotempo Rosa. Yeah. Okay, cool. I have Pegasus and Unicorn over here. I might save that for another. You know what? Yeah, I might save them for another generation. Okay. Chat, there's a lot of cool. Okay, so I'm gonna move Fairy Circle to Gen 2, Swamp Thing to Gen 2. We'll see. I'm just gonna clean up some of the stuff. The Indus Worm, I think that's what it was, right? Mongolian Deathworm. Single cell and then virus. I did that yesterday alongside the Honengyo and the Rhedosaurus I've done. I'm telling you, it feels like I've done more than 71 designs. Maybe because I've been really thinking about a lot of these creatures. Oh, maybe I can have the Baba Yaga have the pigeon form thingy. Maybe, right? But anyway, ancient buzzsaw shaped shark. That's true. The Helicoprion. I know that you look, Bonnie. I know that look. You're cooking something grand, my friend. Thank you, Sketch. Thank you. Shark species post. Where is that for shark species? Hammerhead. Gotcha. Why do sharks have many tool forms? Because they're always working on themselves, much like tools are needed to work on. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. So I think more than anything, I need to kind of define. I need to define. Ooh, I have some really cool things coming up. So, as of now, I don't have a lot of. What is a Taniwa? Is that? Oh, okay. So the Taniwa are large supernatural beings that live in deep pools in rivers, dark caves, or the sea. So it's kind of like they look kind of like eels or like sea serpents. So that is something I could use as a point of reference. Because I think I am really gonna work around Polynesian Maori culture and whatnot. They're considered highly respected kaitaki, protective deceptive breakers, giant waves. Oh, sorry, protective guardians are the katiaki. In Tongan and Niuean, Tanifa refers to a large, dangerous shark. A sea monster that eats people. A rock carving, and they kind of look like these Komodo dragons. Drawing by Murray Grimsdale. So the Taniwa is a concept I could potentially use. Hello, Blue. Welcome into our mod, Blue. Word influence scares me. You can make the Plague Xotempo and influencer. Megalodons too for mythical shark, Cyclops shark, or Archelos. All right, so let's look at those because those are probably more of the point of reference we want to use, right? So I'll show you guys whatever I end up searching here. So let's start with the Cyclops shark. Now, as far as aquatic what the they can't be real. Look at this. Chat, look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. That looks like a Rick and Morty character. So Cyclops shark, I'm guessing, like, what's the story with this guy, Cyclops shark? I mean, he's cute at the same time. He's like a little baby. Pictures, oh, rare Cyclops. Okay, so this is 2011. It's probably just a, I don't want to say it in this kind of way, but like defective baby. An extremely rare Cyclops shark has been confirmed in Mexico. 22-inch long fetus has a single functioning eye at the front of its head. Well, he's really cute. Pressure sharks, that's true. This is going to be a 2 or 3 stage. I think purple bees exist. I think I've heard of blue ones. Blue bee, purple bee. He kind of looks like a Muppet. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Justin? Look, this guy is too cute. He literally looks like Mike Wachowski. Look. Bro, come on. So, that's not a real cryptid. Like, it's a found thing, but we know it's, you know, a genetic mutation. Hello, Rykar. Welcome in. Exactly. Mutation versus a different... It looks like a toy. So, I'm going to move to the next one. Archelos. Archelos. Let's look at who that is. With a shark-formed sea diamond. He was once a handsome boy who was transformed into a shark by the goddess Aphrodite. As punishment for boasting, he was more beautiful than she. Parents were Zeus and Lamia. Oh, okay. Well, alright, let's see if we can find any images of Archelos. So, in a lot of these images that I'm seeing, he's like a little... Well, not little, but he's like a shark dude. So, I could totally see Archelos being like one of my favorite shows as a kid was this show called Street Sharks. I don't think you guys have heard of it. They were living near a candy or soda factory? Oh, the bees. Oh, so they were like sapping the sugar with like filled with like color and stuff. So that would be a more humanoid design. There's an actual species, but I'm looking for the mythology as the basis for now. So after Archelos, we have Lusca. Let's look up Lusca. In Caribbean folklore, the Lusca is a name given to a sea monster said to exist in the region of the Blue Holes near Andros, an isle in the Bahamas. Flipping of mollusca, so Lusca, a phylum containing octopus, squid, cuttlefish, and cephalopod. I'm not seeing any shark stuff here. Oh, I see. Oh no, this is definitely something I can use. Okay, so the way that this creature is described is like a shark with the tentacles. We're definitely doing this one. Lusca, 100%. So now Lusca seems very strong enough to be a potential third form. So I might make Luska a third stage. So I'll mark down Luska. I think for Luska, it could be the Heliopricorn thingy with the twisting one. Yeah, Sharktopus, exactly right. So that feels like a good final form. Willy Wonka ass bees. That's funny. That's cool, but I'm curious. I can just imagine how many unique. Oh my god, yeah, we'll never really know, right? No street sharks in terms of how they were capitalizing on the TMNT. Oh, I guess that would make sense. They're basically like mutated shark dudes. Anyway, it was so cool. There was like even Orca one. This was I'll show you guys. I think the Orca guy was a bad guy. But I thought they looked so cool. Tenta shark, exactly. So those are the street sharks, chat. So high key, I would love to have, maybe a split where one is like a more traditional shark and the other's a more humanoid. I would really love that, to be honest with you. Just because, again, it's not like we have a formal shark in Pokemon, so yeah, more or less, there are 4 unique creatures living at the bottom of the ocean, so they you know their names. You better not say one is named Irish Jig or Puke Green. Didn't sell the multicolored honey. And finally, order Kamohali Dakuwaka, Little Shark Guards, and Chaos Kraken because of Luska. Let me see the other thingy. Luska. Kraken? I don't think I'm gonna go Kraken because that's its own kind of feel, right? I'm gonna see. I might make. In that case, I might do. Let me see if I can. Dakuwaka. In Fijian mythology, as a shark deity often appears as a fierce sea monster, protecting the guardian. As a guardian. The god was planning to inland conquer Kadavu Island, can change shape into anything. His real form is that of a muscular Fijian man with the upper torso of a shark. There you go. So I'll probably do that. Sharks and wheels, bitches. Torpedo is a shark. Yeah, but it's like a little nub. It's not cool. And I say that as a fan of sharks. He's not cool. He's just a little dweeb. He's missing half his body. Happy 30th anniversary? Jesus. Oh my god. That was a long time ago then. Kamo Ali'i. Kamoho Ali'i. Let's see. And yeah, same deal. He's like a humanoid. So I'll have to be very careful, of course, in representing a god from another culture, you know. So, poor Sharpedo. Yeah, he's missing half his body. I really wanted his mega to like extend him out. I want a proper shark, which is what I'm going to make today for you guys. We need a middle form. So I guess the middle form could split into 2 different ways, and then any kind of baby creature could become, one of these 2. So I guess I'm going to get like more and more references. Daku, it was cooler shark creatures. We only have land sharks. Yeah, and we do have a land orca in my game. By the name of Aklut, right, which is an indigenous creature, cryptid, and that's gonna probably be like my ace because I just love orcas so much. I love dogs so much. It's a combination. Megalodon is sort of a cryptid. That is true. Is it based on an actual? Is it an actual shark from the past, or is it like it's a sighting that's kind of been? Because I could have sworn we've had Megalodon like mandibles or jaws, like the skulls, right? So Dakuwaka will be my humanoid shark entity, and I'll make Luska And then the middle form can be more of like a simple kind of shark. It could be, honestly, maybe I could make the Taniwa. Um, the Taniwa, and I'll mark it here. They're basically like these guardians, and it's like the direction of the Taniwa would make it either, the Luska or the Daku Waku. Would not the, but the god Daku Waku. Megalodon is an actual prehistoric. Alright, so we can't use him. Baby forms guppy. Oh, fish eggs. A fish? That is cute. It could be like something as cute as a guppy. Or caviar. Or any kind of cool connection to sharks, you know? This also does not look like my handwriting in any way. I don't usually write my A's like that. I don't know why that threw me out. Sort of like how Nessie is a dinosaur too. Megalodon existed millions of years. I didn't know, just searched. Real prehistoric, but people seem to claim to see it. Gotcha. So I would say that, okay. As far as Taniwa, right? I can make it like a shark-like kind of thing. Because that, there's no point in me creating any just regular old shark, right? Like, for example, I'm creating a shark. And it's just a shark, right? If it were Pokemon, I could at least put a typing to it and be like, yay! The typing gives it like a secondary design feature, right? Like if it's ice, the fin is made of ice, right? If it's dark, maybe it's more aggressive looking. So that's why it's so important for me to rely on the myths as a place of reference, right? Because it can't just be a regular shark, or can it? Wabagong? Wabagong? What is Wabagong? Is that like a potential thing I can use? And yes, I'll go ahead and look up those sharks right now. Because I have a lot of forms that I can play with, I can definitely use multiple sources of interest. Wabagong shark. Oh, this guy rules! There's no way! Yo, chat, let me show you Wabagong. He's cool. Like, this is me when I'm waiting for my food at IHOP. And my head's like sunk to the table on board. Wabagong. Honestly, perfect name. No notes. What a perfect name. Perfect. Unreal. He's like a sea pancake. Honestly, I might have to reuse this guy for something. Wabagong. Wabagong sounds like it could be a Pokemon. Go back with a chili cheese boyga and chili cheese fries. Alright, now let's look up the next. Hammerhead shark? I already know what that is, but you know what? We'll just get, like, the image of one. Because I could just pull from it visually, right? Hammerheads. So earlier, Rosa was talking about how many sharks... Wait, you were saying many sharks. One of those sharks look like tools. Unless, I'm just not able to think off the top of my head. So there goes a hammerhead. Okay. Next, we're going to pull up the sea rug. Oh, he's cute. What if I made like a flying carpet sea rug thing? Oh, it could be a Wabagong evolves into like some sort of manta ray. Huh? Goblin shark? Oh, I've seen this ugly guy. Oh, you know what? What if I made goblin shark? No. Maybe I can make the Heliopocorn guy. Look at him. They're still around. They're so creepy cool. Next up. On the list. Frilled shark? Alright, let's see. Oh my god, he looks a little sussy. I don't think there's a home for him in Xotempo without getting copyright struck. Copyright struck. Next up, you got Helicoprion. Helicoprion. Helicoprions. This guy's ill. This guy's ill, chat. Like, I'll probably make him... So, okay, here's an illustration. Here's one illustration that features the Helicoprion with the saw inside. Wobblegong for the next Finding Nemo movie. I agree. Finding Wobblegong. And then there's another version that looks like this, where the mouth comes inward like this. So I guess it extends it out. Gotta pixelate that frilled shark. I know, right? Before I get 3 strikes from YouTube. So when I see this movement, that to me screams like a tentacle. So it makes sense to make that for like Lusca, the mollusk. I'm seeing some interesting art of this creature, and it's making me laugh. Because all because they have like these really funny like eyes. But the cool part is I can make it, however I want. With different cool kind of, designs. Helicopterion, Wobbegong, Viper Dogfish. Now that sounds sick. Viper Dogfish Shark. Oh no! Oh good god! Bro, this is what... Bro, so he's basically a goblin shark. And he's trying his best to be a xenomorph. Look at this, chat. Look at this. Hello, chill. What's up? Welcome in. So here comes this guy. He's straight up xenomorph. I will not say any more than that about that. Chimera Ghost Shark. So there's certainly a ton of cool sharks. And again, since Pokemon doesn't have a lot of sharks, wow. What the hell? Chat, look at this. What the hell is this? That can be the right picture. News.fullerton.edu? Real source. Look at this. Look at him. That looks like this one guy from an anime. Wow. So, other than that, basically, a lot of these sharks are just going to be mix. I don't say mix and matches, but just unique concepts that I can pull from. Obviously, you have like more than just the ones that we've shared here. And then there's like whale sharks that are proper like sharks and stuff. You have like things like manta rays that I can incorporate. I can incorporate other sea creatures, right? In the same way that like if mollusca or lusca has like octopus parts, right? And then you have cutie pie sharks like nurse sharks and things like that. Yeah, tiger sharks, things like that, right? This one looks like a wisp. Yeah, I think so too. So we'll go ahead and get started. I think that at this point I have more than enough to get started. Gorgeous Shark Turtle, is that you? What's up, Danny? Welcome in. Let's talk about the deep sea chimera ghost shark. Imagine if Pokemon did a Pokemon design where it's a big guy that evolves into a little guy. I so full-heartedly agree with you there. I can't believe they haven't done that already, but anyway, we're pretty sure it's Helicoprion's tooth whorl spiraled up into the mouth from the bottom jaw rather than going outwards. So with as many sharks that we have, some sussy looking, there's plenty we can start jumping into for the work. Chat, who do we want for the baby? The baby shark. Baby shark. I came to save a shark, but you haven't started. I'll be back. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Yes, we're doing our research phase of the designs. Now we're going to do some awesome illustration work. We're going to more than anything just create some cool creatures today. Nothing more than that. All I will deliver is the best, coolest designs you've ever seen in your life. So I have a lot of references. I guess if anything, I kind of want to make the Shark Man first, because I can kind of work backwards, you know? Now, let's go ahead and... Alright, I've moved... Actually, I'm sorry. Delete that guy. The Wobble Gong is right here. And he's a whole celebrity. Jeez. Make sure you guys are following her so you can follow her art and stuff, too. That way you don't have to just say hi here. Okay, so here's this guy right here. Wobblegong, Luska, Dakuwaka. Now, I can choose to do... So I think, again, I'm going to move these guys close to where I want. This guy, sending him to the Shadow Realm. I'm not going to use you as inspiration. Wobblegong, you're cute, but I'm going to leave this guy here. I'll use this guy for Luska. I could do Dakuwaka as a hammerhead. That could be really cool. I don't think I'm going to make him a goblin shark. Move this guy over. Oh, wait a second. You know what? I think I know what I can do for my baby shark. But yeah, I don't know, Rosa. We'll do Sharkman next, I promise. But I'm changing my mind. I think I got an idea for the baby. Mods, bring this Danny fellow down a notch or two. Who does she think she is? Wobblegong is the baby stage. I can see that as well. But peep this. Just because I think visually it'll be a lot more interesting. Peep this. Oh, I'm saying peep this and I don't even have it on the thing. Alright, ready? Because... No, you know what? Maybe I could do the... Yeah, I got it. So I think Wobblegong could be the baby. But here's the thing. I'm leaving now. Danny's the president. Now, chat, what kind of sea creature could I use as the basis of inspiration, right? If the Taniwa is the second form, then I have, say... You know, Luska is the third form for one side of Chaos, and then the other's order will be the Sharkman. Now, what I'll do is just follow an Insta. Good. I'll do this. I was gonna give this guy an axe head. It's like freaking Pochita, but I'm gonna do that. Because some of the Polynesian weapons feature teeth like that. I'll do that for the Taniwa. That way, the Taniwa could be more than just a regular shark. And then I can keep this one very simple, the Wobblegong, you know? Interesting fact, I was going to suggest the Isonade, but it's a shark yokai. You said we ever... Yeah, it's true. Thank you. We already do, but you know I always appreciate suggestions. Could be the bearded old man version of the shark man. The bearded old man would have evolved into a dragonfish. A dragonfish. I'm not against that, but I want this to be more of a shark line. Just because I think we don't really have that. As you know, hello Dingus, welcome in. So this is what I'm going to do. So we're gonna have the mask. Mr. Chainsaw, Denji. Here's the Wobblegong. He's so cute. I think this is a very cute idea for a baby shark. Again, if you guys have any mythologies I could link it to, especially aquatic, that would be wonderful. So in the meantime, Pochita shark. Exactly. The second one will probably be like a Pochita shark. Now, this one is going to be so simple. He's going to have a little mustache like this, right? He's going to have, like, big open mouth. And it could be, like, you know, like, colored on the actual totem face, right? Yokai survivor to get why people... No, don't get me wrong. I totally get it. I don't want to, like, act like I'm being ungrateful. But the thing is, I want there to be a nice balance of cultures that I'm paying homage to, you know, especially if I'm trying to like go out of my way to, you know, separate myself a little bit from Pokemon, where Gen 1 and, you know, obviously many of the gens feature a lot of yokai. don't get me wrong, down the line I do want to do Tengu and Kappa and things of that nature. But alright, so here we have the sea pancake. I guess I could make him even flatter. But he's like the baby form. So where do I put the eye? Maybe I can put the eye like right here on the side. Or do I put it on the front? No, you know what? It would have to be the front. It would have to be the front. So, how do I do this? I want him to have big eyes. And I want him to have the big mouth. So again, because it's gonna be like, these are totem carvings. It's just that like it's carved out the way it is. And then what I can simply do is I can have, you know, rather than this kind of like movement that's happening over here that looks like whiskers, I'll make it like kelp. So that way it kind of resembles the whiskers, you know? Part of me thinks I should put the eyes here because that feels more accurate. But yeah, wait a second. It might, right? Hawaii is a shark god. It's true. I would I already have that for Dakawaka, or Kamo. How do I say that? I'm not even pretending. Shark is a rug. That is a rug. Diglett. How is the vacation? Diglett. Dingus Joe is no longer the king of autocorrect. No, actually, no. Wait. So Sketch is on point because he had to have typed Diglett and not Dingus, the king of autocorrect. How do I do the eyes for a baby shark? I could do... We do something like wide. Oh, look at this guy. Is he not so cute? I would absolutely... I gotta figure out the word I'm gonna use. It's not gonna be capture. It's going to be like befriend or something. I'm gonna give him massive mouth because the wobble gong has that. And it's only carved on. He can't open his mouth like just like the others can't. Oh, you know what? And then he can have like a little mustache in the middle. Just like the actual wobble gong. So that's where all that space will be for. Wow, look at this guy. Peak design. If I can give more and more of these like kind of sketch feelings to much of these designs, I'm set. It must be derpy? Hella derpy. He's evolved into the Seabook Cheer on Vacation. Exactly. Fish and Shark. Exactly. The googly eyes. I think that's what I want to get, right? So here's the first form. A cute baby that you'd hopefully want to capture. I'm going to have the, again, like I said, the frills kind of come out. Oh, you know what? I guess I could do little teeth like this too, just because there's so much space. In the middle. It's not like true teeth, but it's just, you know, part of the... And then, should I make it even flatter? Let's do this. Let's keep the head like that. And then I'll extend out the body just a little bit. Nah, that doesn't look right. He looks like a tiny cake. I'd pick him up. Nice. Let's do it like this instead. I'll keep it very simple. Maybe I'll make his body like a little goldfish, you know? So he doesn't look all that impressive, you know? Like the storyline of like a little goldfish evolving to be like a shark god or like a loose god, right? It looks so uncertain. Meet Jabagong. Oh, Jabagong. That's nice. Jabagong. What do you guys think of the mustache? You guys like it? I could, you know what? We have all this space here. Why don't I do the nose here? And then the mustache does come. Do the mustache there, or I could even do it on the side. Or it does kind of drop over the mouth, so maybe like that is better. That looks like a cheese wheel fish. They'll bite your jaw off. As long as nobody steps on my shark rug, I like it clean. Gobblegong. Ooh, Gobblegong is cute too. All right, so let's keep this guy very simple. Gobblegong. So I'm gonna be able to really, I keep this up. Yeah, very simple, right? Goldfish body. So one thing that I've talked a lot about is trying to figure out the nature of what color the face paint will be for the first forms. And a lot of it is me saying like, oh, it might be tied to the domains, which are no longer, as such, they're classes now, which class they belong from. And part of me thinks like I should do something like, in this case, the white paint here, evokes like the underbelly of a shark, right? But then there could be a really cool thing if there are moments where, oh, the certain classes have their own colors, and that's what like denotes what it's going to be, I like the mustache on the face. Makes him feel like a proper gent. Nice whiskers. Are those things feelers coming out of his mouth? No, those are, so basically just like underneath his lip, you have those little bits. I have these thingies look like basically coral that's coming out of the bottom half. So that's just like this a little bit. The shark stash like bon appetit. This stash shark like bon appetit. That took me so long to read. I saw my name and I was like, wait, what? So here we have. All right, darken that in a little bit. Another thing, I have all the eyes for the creatures. Quite often I have them all be yellow. Just because yellow really pops from underneath each of the helmets, because like there's a lack of light. So with cast shadow, yellow just helps the eye pop a little bit. I guess in that case, I can maybe bump up the orange a little bit. We'll do white. Anybody find any cool things I could like tie this back to as far as any sea spirits or stash gone? Let's keep going here. What do we think? Simple but cute, right? I think, you know what? It's probably simply got to be... Oh, you know what? It could also be... Green would really sell the kelp angle, But what if it was like coral growing out? Bon appetit! Oh my god, that's such a good one. I'm gonna mark these down. Gobblegong. Gong appetit. Gobbygong. Okay. And it's really cool that, you know, a long time back, I was like, oh, I'm worried about the totem faces, woody gongs, as seen. Um, but I would say that more than anything, it creates mystery having the totem masks for the first stages. And it also gives an identity to Xotempo that doesn't appear in other monster tamers, right? Eggman would be proud, baby. Um, so yeah, it's cool that like in lieu of trying to make it look like a Pokemon line, right? I can just do something that's like my own little thing, and I think people will be able to recognize like, oh yeah, that's a Xotempo. Outside of just say art style, right? Um, but I will continue to refine the concept. I gotta sit down and choose a list of like I'm thinking maybe like 15 for the pitch Bible, um, because that's not a thing where quantity is important. It's quality for a pitch Bible, right? Showing these people like, yeah, I've got like a lot of these creatures in mind, but you're like the ones that really like teach people about the world that I'm creating. You know? Um Wabagong. Now I want like a little Wabagong plush. You think one day in the future, if Xotempo ever became big, people are like looking at the new games and the new releases, and they're like, "Man, the new Xotempo designs suck, man. They're trying too hard. They don't even look like Xotempo anymore." Um, what is this guy based on? Sharks and the Wabagong. Not sure if I found a mythical aquatic creature for the shark line, but I did find a mythological eel that protects children from harm. Ooh, yeah, what do you got for that? Because I can just extend the body shape and then, make it an eel Wabagong. It doesn't have to be, again, I don't want it to be entirely like one-to-one, any concept, right? Wabagong. Let's see here. Who are you gonna pitch him to? Honestly, everywhere. I'll probably, if at any point, try to seek maybe representation. But I have like a few people that I know in industry, and not that I'm trying to seek an audience with anyone in particular, but like above all, just having an idea of like who I can reach out to just kind of makes it feel a little more reasonable, you know? Reasonable? Not reasonable, that's not the right word. Like, feasible. Like, oh, okay. I've got this concept, It was called the abaya from Melanesian. Oh, I think I've written about that before. Abaya. So it might be abaya for this first one. One day this will happen. Thank you. Yeah, we gotta like, manifest it, right? Like it's gotta be a thing. Wobble gnaw. Wobble gong and wobble gnaw. Nerve wracking? No, it'll be fine. I mean, like, I'm just reaching out to people. I'm gonna also reach out to people in my community, just in case any of my references and whatnot knows anybody. Obviously, at the end of the day, nothing is ever, given. It's earned, and there will be a lot of rejections. 100%. Be silly to pretend like someone would be down for, to make this a reality right off the rip, right? Adventure Time, for example, one of Cartoon Network's biggest hits, right? You know what? I'll keep it simple. I'm gonna make this guy's. Because look, the Wabagong, it's got these like little things all along the bottom. Look how he's kind of like got my beard going on. His beard is even nicer than mine. But he's got like here, here, here. I'm gonna make this guy, I'm gonna give him like a try kind of thing. That way there's a little bit of interest that's going on. Just because I feel like having it 2-2, or rather 1-1, like it doesn't hit as well, I don't think. But there's also a whole thing where like maybe I go through these and not everything needs to be based on some sort of mythology, especially the first form. In some cases I do have that to be the case. Others I don't. So we'll see. Maybe for like the really spirited lines that need the inspiration, I leave it. And then for everything else, maybe I don't. Because that way there's like even more mystery if you don't know what it's going to be. Okay, so here we have this guy. Nickelodeon passed on Adventure Time. Yeah, exactly. And like the same thing happens all the time. They thought The Sims was a stupid idea. The Sims. Everything gets rejected. It's just true. Kamoali'i is a Waihan god of sharks. I will be using him and Dakawaka as the third form of a second line. So no worries there. So I guess this is one of those designs where I think I can just kind of continuously move forward. Because I kind of have everything mostly set in stone. So there is such a thing called the saw shark. And I think I'm going to use that for the Taniwa. Since the Taniwa is like this, Polynesian kind of reference, and it's like this protector. I'm gonna look up Maori weapons, and I'm going to use, a shape like something like this. Here's some really cool stuff over here that I can use for the Taniwa, for the saw part. I'm trying to find... Oh, here you go. So these have shark teeth on them. So imagine having the Taniwa's chainsaw teeth be that of its own, shark teeth. And I'm going to have the weapon kind of extend out. So Gong Appetit is such a fun name, and it's Wobble Gong. So I'm not going to refer to any of the creatures named yet, right? Just because anything can change at any given time. So for the Taniwa, I'm going to, get its body shape out just a little bit more. And like I said, we have these bits right here that can help us. I'll go ahead and, just jump right into it. Which, it'll be cool because this Taniwa, if its weapon is this chainsaw, then it's kind of cool that it kind of tucks in and curls like the Helicoprion shark. So, one way to just connect the lines a little, Just like with individual people, the people in charge of this company will have their own taste and philosophies. Yeah, exactly. So, no one at any one time could be like, they're so stupid to have done that, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to like simply put it down as like mistakes happen, but like yeah, no one can ever predict anything. Fireworks, really? Only in Florida, bro. It's July 17th, and like fireworks are just going off. So I'll shape it like this, right? Um, if it's too silly, I'll just make the... Yeah, how do we do this from here? Let's add, look up some references. I mean, the shape seems pretty cool now. What do you guys think? I'm going to extend out face like this. Actually, you know what? Let me do that. I'll obviously keep this far more simpler and do something like that. The angle will really need to be important and how it's presenting the design. In fact, you know what? Maybe what I could do, what if I did a thing where the chainsaw part is like, yeah, kind of like open like that? Nintendo passing on Sony for the CDI? I disagree. I disagree. And the thing is, we'll never know. That's the thing about all this stuff, right? When it comes down to any such failing of like a company or a merger, it'll always... Sony is successful on its own, right? Like, they're known for music. They pushed, you know, CDs, Blu-ray. Like, they defeated all these formats continuously. So, at the end of the day, the important thing is, they're failing to either grab the company and whatnot is what created the PlayStation, right? Which is, again, like, not their main market, right? Like, they do movies, music, all this other stuff, right? Electronics. You know, it made sense for them to get into gaming and possibly get into bed with Nintendo, right? But it's not like anything that, like, what they created is the result of, you know, Nintendo passing, right? Like, the same thing would not have been created in its exact form and the trajectory of everything. You know what I mean? Because not only did they miss out on money, but it led to another big player on the field for Nintendo to contend with. Not with Nintendo really. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? So they only really competed anyway for like N64 era anyway, really. GameCube, you know, sure, GameCube lost out for sure against like PlayStation 2. But like, so, you know, Nintendo found their way, you know, with the Switch, and that's when they realized, like, wait, I don't gotta play ball with these guys. I'll just do my own thing, and they chased a blue market or blue ocean strategy. Yeah, at the end of the day, like, it's a good thing that like people get rejected and, you know, find a new avenue, because there's no guarantee that it'll ever be that it was ever going to be the same thing, no matter what it is, right? Rosa says, tangent, have you ever listened to Epic? Now, what is Epic? Like Epic Games, like the company? Epic Music? I'm Germ of General Shark Designs. We need more hammerheads. True. True.
Meet Asana, a work management platform.
I'll go ahead and...
save more time. Teams
What do
can
we
stay
think of
connected while
this?
they track updates
It's a little
and visualize
wonky,
timelines.
obviously.
Asana, a smart way to work.
I'm trying to see
Try
how I'm
every
going
day
to
at
land
asana.com.
the... What do you call it? The chainsaw part. And I'm wondering if I really just have it be rather than it being built into the head, what if I just kept it simple like this? Actually, yeah, that might just be better. Well, I read that there's no guarantee that Sony would have been nearly as successful as they are, but I just find it interesting. It's not like a Halo. Yeah, I know, but I'm responding to what you wrote. Yeah, that's the crazy part about it, right? Like J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter, you know, she got rejected a million times by different publishers. Like, if she had released her book, um, with a different publisher, and it, you know, it wasn't at the exact same time it got launched, or um, whatever it is, it would that have the same success? Who's to say? Maybe, maybe not. Timing, luck, all of that stuff always comes down to, you know, all of that, which is interesting. Epic is a musical based off of the Odyssey. I've never heard of it. Is it really good? Like, is this your current interest and fixation? It's only concept album. I've not heard about this. Is this like the next big thing at the moment? Oh, this pose is straight up the same kind of pose uh I did for the Garchomp ancestor. That's okay, right? Because it was like the similar. How did I do that one? Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'll keep it. Let's do a cool. Ooh, what if I did like this Maori fish hook kind of fin? And I'm trying to think. Whoa. Chat, what if I did something like this? Where it wouldn't look like a shark, but it would look pretty insane. Yo, nah. Because then I was going to do like this and really make it like a chainsaw. Nope. All right, let me look up Taniwa more so, just to make sure. Isonade the Shak Yukai. Thank you. It was already brought to our attention though, and like I've said, I'm not doing, when possible, I'm not doing, what do you call it? Japanese yokai, just because I already have so many. Okay, let me see. I saw one Haniwa with arms, something like this. So let me. I can imagine the universe would crash as a major Nintendo property. Again, there's Butterfly, but I'm going for the storytelling of what if things fall into place. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna play devil's advocate though, because I don't think we would get Crash, right? Well, it's so interesting. Like the butterfly effect thingy is just so cool to think about, because like this is the era where like, and that's why I'm saying like it's a good thing when these things fail, because competition is what breeds the crashes of the world, right? Where they're like, yo, we gotta like beat Mario, but how are we gonna beat Mario? Oh, Mario's like this kid-friendly guy. We need attitude. We need Sonics. We need Spyros. We need Crash Bandicoot. You know, and yeah, I wonder how the gaming industry would have been. Would Microsoft have entered the ring sooner? Would Sega still be, you know, his own? Would be their own, you know, company because they were like the big contenders. It's so crazy to think about. Really good, very fun, but modern. I think in Vibe. Okay. Honestly, I really want to go do more things like that. Check out like concerts and stuff. I don't like going to concerts. I'm like very much an introvert in the sense that like, you know, the loud noises, the whole element of going out and you know, having to deal with all that kind of stuff, I feel like um, it's just not for me. But that said, I do want to open my horizons. I regret not going to see. I think today's the last day. In fact, the theater's playing it now. To go watch Princess Mononoke in theaters. So I'm really bummed that I couldn't do that. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Probably wouldn't, but yeah, but again, I'm not arguing anything and more having my storyteller go off. But yeah, I really, really, really wanted to see Mononoke Hime. It was the first vinyl I listened to over here, which I set up, and I had it sitting here for like weeks before actually listening to anything. I'm trying to see, chat. I could do I give up on the... Oh, conversely, I could have the weapon be on the back like this. And have its fin be kind of like this sword. This Polynesian style weapon right here. That's also pretty cool. You know what? I might do that. Because you know what? That's more interesting to me. This shape, and I'll make it like sharper. That way it's like skimming through its enemies from under the, like from below them. That's sick. That's different, you know? I could also even make it... Oh, that looks like Garchomp. Let's see. God, imagine if 3D Mario became a corridor platform like Crash. They should do something like that. Honey's assistant bodyguard friend, we're going to more conventions? Bro, honestly, if I could ever do a convention and meet you guys, that would be so freaking crazy. I feel like I'd want everyone to be there. But then, that'd be kind of crazy, because everybody lives all over the place. But who knows? If Xotempo's ever a thing, and then, you know, I get to go to a convention or have a panel or something, be lit. All right, I'm gonna start coloring this guy. I think this little fin type of thing is pretty crazy looking. I really like it. Not a fin. It's some sort of... I guess he could still have a little bit... Do I want to extend the top? I don't know. What other cool... Goblin Shark? No, I don't want to do the most, you know? Past Eek. Past Eek. Over in the neck of my woods. I've heard very good things about Pax. But I'll be honest, I don't know what it covers exactly. It's like video games, right? Because I know my friend has gone. Now, I'm only choosing blue just because pretty basic color and I'm just trying to get color in, you know? But it'll likely, you know, I'll mess around with more colors. And Boston is 3 hours. Boo, Boston, boo. I think having it as the fin worked more than the head. I think just because it's a little more interesting, you know? When you have a design of with the head, like that's probably a version that like many people have done many times, you know? So by doing it this way, it at least gives a little bit more of a unique vibe, right? Like this is a unique kind of shape. And when we look at a shape like this, we can understand it's supposed to be the fin. But then, you know, in a very subtle way, I do like that hook though. I want to see what other kind of unique shapes and stuff I could do. It might have to just be... Yeah, I guess... this does look really cool, like the Polynesian. Maybe I can even add like these kind of like marks that represent like the tribal tattoos. You know, maybe it's like something like that. Been to PAX twice now. Some of the most fun I've had in my adult life. Still don't know what it is though. The musical is fun. The creator's very open about sharing progress as we ain't done. And it's overall... Wait, so how does that work, Rosa? If the musical is fun, creators since it's not done. So how does that mean? Like, it's an open beta musical? And they're like adding more songs? I need to get like a musician to make a theme song for Xotempo. I've got an idea of how I want it to sound. Thresher shark or none, but there's a shark that attacks prey by bringing its tail fin above its head and hitting them like a whip? Damn, that does sound like the thresher shark, actually. They have like the really massive, misproportioned tail. Actually, gaming convention. Like, so what makes it different, say, Thresher? Thank you. What makes it different, say, from E3, right? See, again, even if this is a kind of a typical shark design, we don't really have something like this in Pokemon. So I like that I can at least, if someone wanted a cool shark creature, there you go. It's there. You know? Started making music recently? Nice. Release song in chapters. And then you guys like pay for it like an album? And it's telling like a whole narrative? Or... Not to worry, I'll put out a casting call for musicians first thing in the morning. Yeah, I want it to be like very tribal and energetic, but not tribal in a way where, you know, it feels like, you know, like a typical like caveman bop or something. Like, I want it to be like, you know, something that feels like energetic, ready to go on an adventure, just like in the same way with the fits, like our tribal, urban, you know, whether it's like a hip-hop mixed with like tribal beats or something, although I don't think that would fit as much as I am a huge fan of hip-hop. Maybe not rock either. What could it be? Definitely something I have to like sit down and, you know, releases them on YouTube? Wait, post that in the Discord. Let's hear that. So here's a song that would be in a musical. Oh, okay, so he's doing exactly what I want to do. It sounds like he's doing like a proof of concept to be like, yeah, I can do this. Now, if only someone gave me the platform or the opportunity. Right? That sounds like what he's going for. I'm trying to come up with shapes and movement. So the whole motif could have this like repeated triangular motif, which would feel very Polynesian, because there's a lot of shapes and movement in their tattoos. We got the weapon, and that kind of perfectly sets him up to be the humanoid shark in the final form for the order form. And then I'll get like the teeth here. Now, is this the best execution for this? Not currently. However, I think at the very least this is like visually interesting, and that it can be whittled down to its a more finite, stronger form in another few passes. This part reminds me of Kyogre, though. Yeah, I want to extend this out. I guess the gills part, not that he needs gills, right? It could just kind of just resemble, again, the Maori kind of movements. Let's see. Will Xotempo moves at all? What are the battle mechanics like? Good questions. I do want to figure that out. E3's more an event for gaming news. PAX convention we could try. Gotcha. Oh shit. Okay, cool. Folk music. It might be folk music, but not like corny. I like some folk music, obviously, but are Xotempo going to have sign moves? Sign moves? What does sign moves mean? Would they have moves at all? Would have seen this dress shirt would be interesting combined with the opportunity so with Finn. Exactly mentioned it, though they have their own company. So I can make my own company, aka David Boy Studios. Right now, the fin facing backward feels like it would be difficult to attack with, and adding the dress shirt element could remedy that. True. I would say for the moves, to answer that question, I want to give like in a very persona-like kind of way, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while, but I believe they all share a similar move pool, right? And that some have exclusive moves. I mentioned that because I want, like, if you have a mouth, you can likely learn bite, right? And I know obviously Pokemon does stuff like that. Under means signature move? Oh, gotcha. Sign moves, signature moves. Gotcha. I would say, yeah, no. The way that I look at it is I'd want it to be a thing where the moves are definitely something that domains have like a major stake in, you know? Where if at any given time you are part of one domain, you have access to a majority of those moves. And then you have creatures who... Should I add the red part? I did that just because I wanted it to be like a lip. You know what? Rather, it kind of looks like lipstick. Rather, maybe I'll just make it black. Also, it gives me like Kyogre vibes, like I said earlier. Even Rayquaza vibes. Ooh, there's something nice happening here, where the shape cuts into here, which is really cool. So when I finally finalize this design, that fluidity is gonna really cut nice. And I'll probably, like, again, really look up, like, the weapons, really try to get the shape, see if it, lands in the future. I guess what I could do also, maybe... There is, I think, like, a black-tipped fin shark. Maybe I can use that to, like, create some sort of patterning here. There's definitely a million permutations I could do with this. You know? Alright, but I think for now this is like a good stopping point so I can get to the next design. Though I want to... Let me see how this weapon looks. So it's got... Maybe just to make it more interesting, I could have the... So it's like... And then the... Maybe the weapon is just on the top, like... That looks pretty sick in itself. And so that way, it attacks you by swimming under you. And like, he's just so fast that, he like grinds under you. Pause? This is an interesting shape for sure. It even looks like waves along his back. Waves crashing. Ooh, front flips to attack? Hell yeah. Now it's got. Let's see. Why the shark's got kissable lips? Fluidity, because he's aquatic. Loose goods supposed design based off Sharkpedo. In its back, more like tentacle turbine jet. Imagine it dancing backwards onto its tail into people to attack with its chainsaw. I give a shot. Yeah, I did. I was thinking that too. There's like a lot of cool patterning and stuff that I could get. But anyway, signature moves. I think it would be very cool to give like creatures signature moves, but the issue with that like always comes down to balancing and whatnot. But I guess not every Xotempo can be up to snuff, right? Like you have to have variety. So I'm really not sure. I think for sure I'd want to give signature moves. It could be variations of moves, and that's what's signature about them. Because with that comes like things like animations, all that kind of hard stuff. So yeah, I'm honestly like I'm not a game mechanics kind of person, so I'm doing design first. It's really hard to say what like the battling and all that's going to be, because it's going to be just different strokes for different folks, like it's really going to come down to what kind of game is it, right? If it's a card game, a tabletop kind of deck builder, if it's any number of those kind of things. Now it really looks like the lips of a bubblegum. I'm really not sure. I mean, what do you guys think? I want to hear what you guys think. Like, we already have Pokemon, right? I want to do things differently if possible. You know what? I'm going to make the side It's just a little smaller. Balance. Baldur's Gate D&D style combat. Obviously not one-to-one, but you get it. That's kind of like what I've been leaning to, because ever since I said a long time ago that it was going to be like very D&D focused, down to like having classes and mana and resources, things like that. It would be really cool if it was like dice kind of related kind of stuff. It would feel very different from any existing kind of thing. How does the Digimon games handle it in the games? And then how does Yokai Watch? And then finally, how does... What was the other one that I was thinking about? Yeah, because I don't know what Yokai Watch looks like at all as far as battles. Same with Digimon. Let's figure those two out first, and then, you know. Card games feels boring. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's going to really depend on what the delivery system is going to be, right? Exactly. Card games, as well as tabletop games. It's like, which audience am I trying to aim for? Which is feasible, right? Not outside of just like, who do I want to aim for? Like, it's silly for me to be like, I'm choosing to do card games, so it's got to be like this. I think it's more like if I do come up with like really fun and cool mechanics, and I build out like this system for example, the Chaos and Order. Would that work in a card game format? Would that work in a video game format? Would that, like, what's the best format to deliver that? You know, that to me is like the important thing, right? Battle system could be like you spiritually connected Xotempo and you play as your Xotempo in battle. See, that would make it very like hard, right? So, for example, that's like something you would have to make a video game, right? I mean, not necessarily have to, but like people would, you know, assume if that were the case, you'd more than likely need to program like animations for every single creature and etc., etc., right? I really like how this guy came out, yo. Again, we don't have like a regular traditional kind of shark creature in Pokemon, so I get to fill that niche a little bit. But even then, Thunder, like, it doesn't, you know, that doesn't really describe a kind of gameplay, right? I figure the easiest bet is to do turn-based. Loaded question: Digimon has many gameplays. Some are more Pokemon, others are more action. So I guess since I am trying to be in the gameplay space of Pokemon, it doesn't mean that I have to be like Pokemon. Digimon is kind of in that space, and how they have different kind of things. But you know what? If anything, I kind of like the simplicity of something like. Also, I'm going to take a little break and stretch. Short. I'm going to stretch. I will probably do. Maybe I'll let you guys vote. What's next? Should I do Luska Shark first or the Dakawaka? I didn't expect to give this guy 2 forms, but I really do love sharks. And they are kind of like untapped potential in Pokemon, so I'll give them some much needed love in Xotempo. That said, that means I'll probably just do a simple whale line, or I might even just skip whale this time around, because we do have like a whale deity that's kind of there, right? Maybe for potential Xotempo, what exactly would be for Xotempo 2? There's some way to diversify, but I'm not. But like you, I'm not a gameplay brain person. I could tell you, maybe let the chat vote. Yeah, that's what I think I'll do. Let's do. And what's cool is the Taniwa, that middle form, he doesn't look super adult or fleshed out. Like he looks like, I mean, I could simplify him a little bit, and I probably will for the final form because he's supposed to be a middle stage. All right, but chat, I got you guys here. Now is like a good chance for me to stretch. I'm gonna let you guys vote. So, all right. Okay, I know what to type. Let's do. Okay. Introducing managing moderators. Manage blockers? Okay. Okay, let's do... Start a poll. Which should I draw now? And then okay, so you guys go ahead and vote while I stretch. I'd even like something like Xenoblade like, which is an action RPG more than a halfway point where you position your people and using action commands. Yeah, I think like in my heart of hearts, I want something like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, one of my all-time favorite strategy games. It's something that has that isometric feel, so I could do simple, cute, like pixel art models, and you'd move those around, and when you attack, you can see the cool full art of the creatures. That would be a good way to do it. Earthbound, that classic monster dragon quest type of thing, that's also another way that's just not as visually appealing, but it could get very strategy heavy too. So we'll have to see. Just have to wait and see. If you've been drawing with me, make sure you guys are stretching as well. Now is a good chance also after you voted to make sure you've left a like if you haven't. I think you have 10 people in here for Shark Day. All right, let's see. Now that the poll has just about closed, this game's winner is... Take care, Rosa. See you next time. Daka Waka, my beloved. Drink water. Someone better give out musical link. That's true. Okay. So we will do Luska first, which will be very simple. I don't think it'll be a very hard illustration. It's going to be basically like this crazy, I'll pull it up now, and I don't want to show you guys because I don't really want to have it influence too much, but like it's like the way that I see it, it doesn't look cool to me at all. It looks really silly, in fact. It's basically a shark with the second half of an octopus. So I want to see what cool way I could make this design. Because the way I'm looking at it now, it just looks... you know what? I'll just show you a picture. To me, it just looks really goofy. And I think I can actually make it look scary. So it's basically like one half shark, the other half octopus. I think I know how I want to do this. Sharktopus tentacle blades? Sharktopus? I don't know about the two-headed Sharktopus one. Earthbound style, I believe, was more how Yokai Watch handled it. I don't know specifics. Just watched it on YouTube. Yeah, I want to see what Yokai Watch gameplay looks like. if it is going to be a more simpler game, which I want this game to be simple, I want people to be able to pick up and play, then I probably should look at Yokai Watch, and it'll probably be turn-based. That's way more easier to animate and figure out. There's plenty of room for strategy. Monster Tamers tend to live in that genre anyway. So rated tentacles? Probably not, but like I said, I have a way to handle it. I'll probably do the Helioprocorny guy, because that is the vibe I'm getting for this creature, you know? Also, I realize how low I sit. I'll probably sit up like this. So I'm in the middle of the frame. Okay? Special move, Sharknado. I saw Sharknado in this movie called, like, I think Velocipriest or something. Both on the same day. It was a wild night. Okay, so here we have the Luska. I pulled up my Luska references. I'm going to start illustrating. In fact, what I'll do is I'll read Luska's Wikipedia lore again. Wikipedia lore? In Caribbean folklore, the Luska is a name given to a sea monster said to exist in the region of Blue Hole near Andros, an isle in the Bahamas. Clipping of mollusca, a phylum containing octopus, squid, cuttlefish. So I might want to use like shapes from a cuttlefish as well, right? Like the bits that like hang at the side. Maybe the eyes of the cuttlefish for the instead of shark eyes, right? Due to how the creature always appears with some mollusk features, or therefore such as tentacles or arms, described as a giant octopus, giant cuttlefish, or half shark, half octopus. The Luska is said to grow over 75 feet long, but no cases have been proven of even octopus species growing up to half of these lengths. Caribbean Film Festival was named after this sea monster. Survival video game Stranded Deep, HD Renovation Island, Luska on the creature, Dave the Diver. Sato will tell you to find the Luska. Antagonist of the film 2010 Sharktopus. So yeah, I have an idea of what I want to do to make it unique and interesting. The link to the epic thing. Thank you. Think that the Luska could use to have the shark half cut off quicker and have smaller tentacles, too unwieldy to fit with the shark half. Now, granted, that was only one depiction, but much of that feels like a 50-50, like blatant kind of thing. So this is how I want to do it. I want to play with kind of like the way that I did it with Cthulhu. Like maybe I'll have like the head of the mollusk kind of like this. Give it like the shark fin. I want to do like, so it's like a swimming octopus, right? But it's having tentacles pointing multiple ways instead of just from the back. I would say, actually, I want a more streamlined kind of thing, where it's like a wriggling mass, like tentacles. I think would be really cool. I want to do the top half of the cuttlefish kind of like acting as like an armor or even helmet, for the shark. And then this is gonna be really cool. So, just like if cuttlefish, they've got like these kind of, I'll have like the fin, the top of like the cuttlefish brain thingy. Just got here, that's okay. I'll do the eyes like that. And if it's like a cuttlefish, you know how they have like the little mouthy tendrils? Well, I kind of want to do the mouthy tendril parts have like teeth, and then that way it kind of makes sense if the creature has like a second bit of teeth coming down like this. Take care, Alex. Have a good one. Is this Order of Chaos? This one will definitely be Chaos. This one will definitely be Chaos. And then I'll do... You guys see the vision? And then maybe when it like it can like more specifically unfurl its tentacles or arms if it's an octopus to attack, you know. We'll likely make this character dark black, purple, like inky, you know. 'Cause I want that cuttlefish feel up in the front. Let's see how I can. I want to get. Is this a legendary? It's not a legendary, so I got to be careful with, you know, making its design not feel too insane. It's gonna be, you know, scaled back to some degree. So it's gonna be cool though. The tricky thing is, right, when you're creating a lot of stuff based on mythical creatures, and they all sound really insane, you gotta like find that balance, right? So you see my take? It's got like the cephalopod, like brain appendage thingy. It's not brain, but like helmet. I don't know how to describe it, chat. So he's got that for the top half. The seasonal mythics? Never. Those will be... well, you know what? Maybe I can do... What I'll do is I'll design one of them. How's that? That way you guys can kind of get an idea of what they'll look like. Because I am going to be developing a major majority of Xotempo on the stream. And we live in a world where, like, everybody gets everything, you know, like, pretty quickly and easily. So, I don't want to also give away, you know, all my designs. Let alone, like, the really epic ones that, like, I want you guys to earn, right? I want you guys to, like, play and find them for the first time and be like, whoa, that's insane. It looks cool. It looks crazy. So, just one as a treat. It's more even, not even just that, right? Of course, I want to treat my children. But I can, like, in that episode, explain to people why people aren't getting to see more of them. It'll help me kind of, like, further design those creatures. You know what I mean? Like, kind of just gauge everyone's reaction. And by that time, I would also likely have gotten, like, some work done for you know, the creatures, like, might inspire the animal. So, for example, if I am going for the seasons versus, say, the elements, there's going to be one, like, the fire one would be a tiger. I've already made a tiger one, so maybe that's the guy I draw. But should I just tell you guys? In a way, I kind of want to do a thing where, like, the creatures... No, you know what? I won't. That's it. But basically, they might be sharing some of the species, you know? So, some won't. Like, for example, I'm planning on making one of the peacocks. Oh, not one of the peacocks. One of the mythics a peacock. Because it is, like, the national bird of India. So, if that's the case, you know, that'll be a design for a creature that doesn't exist. I'm planning on having an elephant animal, right? Or a Xotempo. So that would be a creature that at some point I'm sharing it within another mythical, right? So here we have, you guys can kind of see the vision. I like the far more streamlined look that it's not streamlined, but it still has that like slippery and nasty kind of feeling to it. What if you turned the Lusca into a cute Xotempo? I would like that too. Interesting and ironic fact, there's a Sharktopus and Whale Wolf movie. Oh wow, nice. Yeah, like at the end of the day, like I don't want anything to be so overtly scary, overtly evil. Obviously, Lusco is not going to be cute. It just doesn't fit. But it, you know, it will look cool, and it'll feel like its own unique creature. Tell us one. Tell us one what exactly? Okay, here we go. Let me streamline this thing. So I'll do it like this. Damn, this guy's gonna be a fan favorite. I'm calling it now. So here's like another tentacle that's coming out. You see what I mean? And then I'll have like... Loving the Lusco one? Hell yeah. When I went to the Bronx Zoo, there were some peacocks that escaped the zoo a few days prior. They had returned, so they're just walking around casually. You know, there's like this random neighborhood, like 10-minute walk from me, 15-minute walk, and they're like peacocks just walking around. So it's crazy, right? Seasonal mythic. Well, again, I don't know if I'm doing seasonal for the mythics. It's either going to be seasons or it's going to just simply be elements. It won't be both. So for right now, like the rendering style and everything feels very realistic. I'm going to like bonify this down the line, you know, to make it feel like it should fit the Xotempo world, you know? But yeah, I think I mean I think I told you the animals last time. It's going to be it's going to be what? Tiger, elephant, peacock, and oh, I know which season or element was missing. What was the animal I chose? Let me check, because now I'm curious. Oh, and a turtle. Right, the bull turtle. For the mouth, are you going for the old drawing, the Helion, or a new one? I don't trust you. I think you said turtle as well. Yes, thank you. I think for the mouth, part of me thinks I can, you know what? I don't want it to look like he's like sticking out his tongue and it looks a little goofy. Like this guy, this version looks like he's drooling forever. Like, hey guys, come over to my house. And he's just, you know, swans and geese are meaner. Yeah. So I think what I'll do is I kind of want to do a thing where like the teeth are sticking out. Damn, this guy does look like some sort of crazy legendary. So I gotta like tone it back a little bit. You know what I mean? You know what? So let me just do... Okay, so let's just have the tentacle come out like that. And then... No, you know what? I think this is fine. And then I'll have the fin coming out from here. So it's like a mess of tentacles. Oh, and you know what? So maybe what I could do is, like I said, you can see the art styles are very different. So I'll have to like figure out again, like the look feel. Maybe I'll have one of the tentacles as much as they are a writhing mess. One comes like that, and one comes like that, which makes it feel like, you know. So what I'll do is, if I am going to put a whale in this game, I will likely do the whale like it's just a two-stage line. And I'll have like a cooler epic whale in like the second, if I ever get to do a second. Because, you know, this is 4 designs for a shark line. I think what I'll do is, so I'll have one of the tentacles come down like this. Actually, you know what? That looks metal as hell, though, at the same time. What do we think, chat? Should I do it like this, where he's like, what is that? This is, like, seriously such an insane design. Gotta furrow that brow a bit. I don't know if the top part feels like cuttlefish part enough. Like, you see what I was trying to do for that cuttlefish, like, brain stem thingy? It's not a brain stem. I keep saying that, but, like, you know what I mean. Like, the part where... And then, like... Usually the tentacles would come out, like, this way. Kind of like, what's his name? Ammonite in them. Wait, honestly, it's kind of lit. Hold on, I might just keep it like this. Maybe he's a mythic? No, he's definitely not. The mouth of the deep sea chimera ghost shark almost resembles a beak, and since several have a beak, maybe that could work. Oh, that's true. That's true, Banger. Yeah, that's true. It could be like something like this. Oh shit, that looks insane. There you go. So that's my take, and that's the cool part, right? Like, I get to say this is my take on the Lusca. So this part should kind of at some point resemble... Because I want it to look like a shark, but still have the octopus parts. I'll figure out the exact way the back half will be, but... Let's keep it like that for now. I'll close his jaw. What's beneath Mythic? So remember, Mythic is a class, but there's no hierarchy of classes, right? Like, we wouldn't say in Pokemon that there's one stronger class than others. At one point, maybe you could say Dragon was, but that was because Game Freak did not have, properly balanced their game at the time. So Mythics are meant to be busted, crazy, like creatures that you summon. There's a rhyme and reason to their design. This guy would fit in his own category. He would probably be in the cryptic category, um, or cryptic class, I should say. I'm a little more biased to the modern interpretation of the mouth because the old version just looks like it can never eat or close his jaw. Well, that's the thing, though. In this version, this is a tentacle, so it could unfurl its jaw as needed, right? I do like this version, the one on the right as well. But it doesn't really like by getting this curly tentacle element involved, it allows a more visually interesting version of the design that, you know, the one on the right, as I do prefer it, but it's not visually as interesting. But with tentacles being prevalent in this creature's design, it makes a ton of sense, you know, to do it this way. Actually, if I do the cephalopod head like that, then it like kind of looks like it. I could lift up, you know, I can add this like ribbony part because they're like mollusk and cuttlefishes, like the influence in this creature, you know. So I'll add those ribbony kind of elements as well. You know what? Maybe he doesn't need a fin. Maybe that will set him apart. Nah, he definitely needs it. Maybe his fin is up front. Maybe it's here. I guess, yeah, I'll bring up the fin back like right here because I think it was too far up before. You know what? He's not gonna have. I don't think he's gonna have side fins. I think he's got like. You can see his. He's tucking his. He's got 8 arms. Like he can swim like an octopus. That makes him look more interesting, you know? Blessings, I'm so proud. What's going on? Well, it's been a while since we stretched. Calamari. Shark, shallow, and calamari. This is an interesting progression. Thanks. Calamari is so funny and cute. I need something sounds really crazy. Oh, Lus Carnage is really nice. What did that mouth do? Shark baby boy. What's up, Danny? Welcome back. He's on my team, says Thunder. I disappeared into darkness once more then. On why? Safark. Nah, that sounds like Safark. Let's see. Hold on. Let's do... Oh yeah, see? So what if I made his fin like tucked in like that? And then... Calamari. That's fun, but I don't like the calamari part because calamari is something you eat and it makes him feel weaker. You know? If he's like likened to food, right? Like if we named like Toro something like beef, right? Within its name, we wouldn't look at Toros the same way. Does that make sense? I like the side fin. I do too, actually. Trying to like streamline the design, but I'll do that like in a later kind of pass. Because it does give him a little bit of a hard edge, you know? Yeah, I'll do like something like this. Like, I'll figure out the exact logistics of how this creature is, like, part cephalopod, part, you know. Yes, Mon, since you're drunk trucks, draw Mendoza for old time's sake. Okay, bye again. I'm not gonna draw him if you're not gonna be here. So basically, the context of that: beautiful, smart animator Danny. She was, you know, part of an animation team that we were in for school, where we basically got to work on an animation on one of my IPs. We were thinking about projects to do, you know, for like this thesis work. And one of our classmates really liked Mako and Mendoza, this concept that I would one day love to, you know, make real. Danny was one of the principal animators for it. And the project just came out so beautiful. Of course, COVID screwed it up for us. But we were going to go to like the Dr. Phillips, what do you call it? Is it like a hall or something? But yeah, it was gonna be so cool. COVID ruined it. But yeah, one of the characters in that, as I've said before, how much I love sharks. One of the characters was this character Mendoza. It was a baby like shark dog creature, and yeah, he's just so cute. I hope he gets to be real one day. I'm working on a redesign for him, not actively, but just because many shark dog concepts have kind of come out, and like, in order to like really make it feel special, I'll have to like really kind of hone in and make it feel more unique. Toro being called beef, that's what I'm saying. So that's why we can't call this guy, you know, calamari. Luskraken, Cephalachi, Salachi morpha, Cephalachi. I don't know. The achi part just sounds also kind of cutesy to me. Oh, you know why? Because I think Jirachi, maybe Celebi. I like this, like the kind of movement of this like spiraling thing happening there. You know, Lus Chaos. Oh, nice. Oh, he's simping. That one girl in class. Actually, it's my bro. I know who you're talking about, and she actually recently commented on one of my posts, like semi recently. And yeah, that really threw me for a loop because she really thought she did something and she didn't. I get where she was trying to come from for me to play like not devil's advocate. Does that make sense? But like ultimately, I'm like, you can't tell me how my own character's name is said. Like, that's brazy. That's really brazy to me. You know? I remember that day. I was just sitting there like, note taken. But nah, I'm good. I think about it all the time. Yo, Kobe was so rude. She just came in. They say, well, you know, good riddance, right? It does sound like Jirachi. I read that she is Ki. Cephalaki. But that's so funny that you said that. It's like, I wonder, you know, would she say that now? Like, would she kind of give that kind of feedback? The kind of you know what it was, Danny? The kind of like ownership she had, like the kind of level of creature's design is getting a little further away from me as I keep going, which is fine because, you know, it's the first pass. But yeah, the level of ownership, like she thought she ate, I was like, nah. And we were like one of the only people to turn in a fully finished rendered animation. Like, I was so proud of us. We worked so hard. We really popped off as a group. Like, we like overcame not just group animation troubles with like various figures in the group, but like just so much. We had a great project. I was so happy and proud of everyone. Danny Upper Blood. She's coming for our boy Bono as a bystander. Like, like, what more can you do? Because, like, we're presenting in the classroom. So what more could Danny and I do? And in fact, our whole squad ski, because, you know, we were rolling deep. And our little, like, ongoing joke was more or less like we would change our group name every week. And I don't know, it felt like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. We ate, yeah, that's right. We did eat. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. They were mad at our swag. Like, they were mad that our work was cute, funny. It was a solid, more than a solid concept. You know, it was entirely developed and fleshed out, moving well. We had, like, all the parts of our machine oiled up, while everyone else, like, oh, we've done, like, and then they did shit. No offense to them. Like, they barely got any work done. They didn't really have, like, the same levels that we had. Honestly. You know? That's how I felt. I'm gonna bring his teeth up this way, like that. I like the cephalopod beak. You know what? At the same time, even if he doesn't look exactly like a shark, he ends up looking like his own thing. A combination of a shark and octopus. Fuck it. We'll keep it. I'm running around with him. Gappy. That's right. Eventually, Gappy became the full thing. His top part looks like Silvali. Which top part? The fin? Does it? I don't see that. Looks like a fin to me. The Boss Squad. Pokemon Sleep's first anniversary. I never played that game. I played it. Well, I played it. I, like, you know, I did the thing. Like, I tried to, like, start it up. And then they want to tell me, oh, you got to keep it on your bed, but it's got to be specifically here, and it's got to be plugged in. I'm like, look, I'm no conspiracy theorist. I believe in science and all that. I'm not saying, like, you're going to get radio 5G, cancer, autism, or something crazy with, you know, putting your phone next to your you know, face when you sleep. But, like, I really don't want to do that. And they're like, it's got to be in this specific place, and da-da-da-da-da. He's a menace to his enemies, but he gives excellent hugs. All 8 arms hugging. Grimjo Jagajot's Petoshan Puppy. No, he's not. He could be. But Grimjo is a panther. So this would more likely be, I think, what was her name? Espada number 4. She had a very large, gigantic personalities. If I recall, number 4. She was like a shark lady, so this would probably be hers. Did yesterday's VOD disappear? You can't find it. That can't be right. It should be up. Don't make me look right now, Kofi. Let me see. Content? You silly goose. It should be up. It says it's a xenomorph-inspired mod, if you want to check it out. It should be up. Just put my phone on my forehead while I sleep. Yeah, but you have to communicate with your ancestors, you know, in the far-off planet. For me, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do all that. You know? Yeah, Biddy, she did. She was not part of the itty-bitty committee. Respectfully, I say. So here's this really creepy... This is what the Luska is, at least my take. Right? Rather than making it a shark one half, and then an octopus on the second, it's like this more malaligned, mutated kind of thing. It'll need to be cleaned up. Lusklash. Well, you know me. I'm not going to neither confirm nor deny any names. But yeah, I'll just keep it. I'll keep it hidden for now. But okay, so we have a Abaya-inspired Wobblegong evolving into a Taniwa with a Maori-style weapon, fish hook slash, what do you call that thing in the back? Tail fin, not tail fin, dorsal fin, spiked weapon, and then a Luska. Espada for Urkiora. Wait, no, if Urkiora was number 4, then this lady isn't. Her name is like Halabel, Haribid, something like that. And she had, bro, my man was cooking, bro. All the Espada had their names. Oh, Hariba was 3. All of them had, thank you. numbers on their bodies, right? Tell me how she, the manga artist was like, what do I put in on hers? And she had to zipper it up and then boing, number 3. Like, come on, son. Come on. We know what you was doing, son. What was Okiura? Biddies was like top 3, along with Old Man, a hot, long-haired guy with a child. He's one of my favorite captains of all time. Oh, wait. We're talking about the Espada, right? Zaraki Kenpachi, one of my all-time favorites. What a goat. Dakuwaka. It's normal for us. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just quickly kind of sketch out a humanoid. It's 8:42. Chat, I need you guys to keep me on time. Someone set a timer for your boy, the Professor Bodhi, for 17 minutes. I love the Lusca Xotempo. Hell yeah. I'm going to make a really cool, and maybe this guy could be like a hammerhead, so he's a little more interesting. But I don't think he needs to be anything super crazy of a design. He's going to live in the same vein as, say, the Rakshasa, aka the Tiger Daddy, Wukong, Garuda, like all those kind of humanoid creatures. So he doesn't need to be anything super crazy. So again, I don't know if I'll go full hammerhead. In fact, I may not want to because he might look like Garchomp. He's not like super humanoid, but like he's a humanoid dragonoid type of thing. Like it's gonna be in that similar thing. Create my own mythical creature that's half shark, half shrimp. Tiny sharks would be funny. It would be really cute. Timer set. Thank you, sir. Tiny sharks in a big old group. Wait, but would you eat them, Danny? Have you seen the Espada CFYOW? What does that mean? CFYOW. Cypho. Portable charging bank. My God. Alright, so let's do like you know what I'll do? I'm gonna block out the body a little bit. I don't know how streak sharks I want to get with it. Like, is the top half like really like just a massive maw? Or, you know what I mean? Again, it'll probably be yeah, it might really kind of be similar to Garchomp, but I'll have to be crazy and do some crazy things. I have an idea. It could be like the shark is the entire head, including the tail as like hair. You know? You know what SCPs are? I think Chad has told me about SCPs every now and then. Dog humanoid Garchomp. Have you seen another human? Listen, it stands up. It's got 2 legs. It got arms and digits. It's humanoid. All right. Get his ass. What the super cool pants? Hell yeah. How quickly they have fallen for you, Danny. You're turning my own people against me. Divemon is a cool hammerhead Sharkman. All right, let me look at Divemon. Let's see. Divemon looks like a Ben 10 character. Oh, he's got like Maori kind of style markings too. How funny. I'll show you guys Diveman. He's cool. Diveman's a whole vibe. Wait, but then I see another guy and he looks like really silly. And he also says Divemon. So look at him. He's pretty cool. That's really him. Wouldn't King Shark from DC be worrisome? Yeah, that's kind of who would be, you know. You could make Zora from Breath of Wild. That is true. But I don't want to overtly, you know, do that, you know. Let's just see. I'm going to just start. I blocked out kind of what it could be. It could be like the shark's fin, right? Acts like as a pauldron. And then, look at this. I'm just kind of like freehanding this. You could have like webbed hands, right? Damn, I really cooked with this silhouette, bro. And then what I'm gonna do is his whole body. So let's say like the gills kind of like come down into the body. Gotta give him. I always be giving my dudes big chest, bro. Bro, did I just straight up hook like off rip? You know what? So I guess to separate it from Garchomp, I'll give him like webbed feet, right? And so I'll have his body come down like this. So it looks like a ponytail for hair. But it's actually the ends of a... It's like, you know, the shark's body, but it's like a ponytail. You know what I mean? King Shark Smasher Pass? Yeah, oh my god. King Shark's always what I think of. I think he does have Polynesian connections. Yeah, I think they mentioned that in the movie, right? He's got like a really cool badass name. He's cooking. I mean, the easiest way to differentiate is pick a species of shark that isn't great. Why? I ain't smashing no seafaring. Fish lips, one is a dubism? We love big chests. Bonnie giving his man big honkers. Humanoid sharks are common in media D&D. Were shark? Yeah. Exactly. The guy with the spear is Hung Yoma. So let's see. What shark could I use? And I have to make him look like a good guy. Not that, again, order and chaos means good, and you know. But if I am going to be pedantic, you know. This guy would be like the order. He keeps order. He's like, I guess a good guy to some degree. Not that the other guy like creates order, you know, to purposely be evil. You know what? I'll make him like look like he's kind of like swimming or something, right? Because he's like floating in the air. Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Reading rainbow. Yo, this guy looks cool, yo. And so his hair is his body, and it comes down. Because, like, I feel like if I give him a tail, a shark tail, it's kind of obvious and expected, right? Like, I feel like people would expect that. Oh, this guy is ill. Yo, he's on my team. He's on my team. Damn, I cooked. Oh, excuse me? Forgot I'm him. I really forgot for just one quick second. Reading Stallone? wait, where did Stallone come from? Not gonna lie, I really doubt that would be made into Xotempo in a future sequel. Unfortunately, Danny, I'm definitely smashing that King shirt. I mean, King Shark is voiced by Sylvester Stallone. Do whale sharks, even though they're not real sharks. True, I do like them though. Me too. Stallone? Oof. I mean, it's are the good guy sharks. Not gonna finally be Cassette Beast. Hey, how did we get to reading? I don't know. Vin Diesel did King Shark? Yo, how does Cassette Beast play? How does that play gameplay-wise, as far as like a monster tamer? Both of them on my team? Both sharks? Yeah, you know what? You could. You could. How did I get to reading Rainbow Chat? Take a look. Read a book. It's reading Rainbow. How? How did that even happen, bro? You know what? I don't know if I... Maybe it does have to be... Maybe it does have to be a tail of a shark. Right, I think it's, especially from this angle, it's going to be a little hard to tell. Maybe chomping on everybody. True? True? It's either Vin Diesel or The Rock? Butterfly in the sky. Oh, I know why. I know why. It's because he was swimming and it looked like he was flying in the air, so I said butterfly in the sky. Makuwaka. Makuwaka. I'm not gonna answer. You guys can throw your suggestions, but you know I'm not gonna answer. Take a look. It's in a book. This is so chaotic how I paint and illustrate, but this is just what works for me. I like to just whittle, you know? Honestly, I knew this design was gonna come easy to me because I just love sharks. I have worked on a lot of like shark humanoid hybrid type of things for like, I wanted to make it like one of my sonas, you know? I did Between the Lions. How did the theme go? It made me want to read it, sing it like Reading Rainbow. But it's the one with the puppet lions. King Shark in the Sky. It is Sylvester Stallone. I said silver. Between the Lions. It's something like that. I'm trying to think of the theme song. The dad lion, he glasses, I believe. Caillou is the craziest one. And the funny thing is, like, Caillou is an absolute dickhead. Like, no one likes him. There was, like, this whole thing where, like, even little kids were like, I don't like the character of Caillou. Like, they could, like, even tell he was, like, flawed, like, designed with, like, no redeeming qualities. Isn't that crazy? Bro, I know people are gonna shrimp? I mean, I guess it fits. People are going to shrimp over him. I believe you gotta remember the theme. I'm trying, Dan. I'm trying. How does it go? Between the lions. Between the lions. That's not how it goes. Chat, please. Someone like write it in the text so I can read it and just restructure the theme song in my head, because it's not coming. Yo, him looking down at you like this, like, how dare you enter my ocean and pollute it? And he goes, be gone, thought, and then just psychoblasts you with water psychic energy or something. There's that one character from My Hero who's like an orca. His design is so awkward. Like, it's very hard for me to understand where the top and the clothes and everything begins. King Orca, is that his name? King Orca. Ugh, such a class to never forget. Maybe you won't remember. Shrimping instead of simping is on the S tier. Exactly, we cannot gloss over them. I deserve a $3 million subscription, or whatever you call it. Bombastic side eye. Bait is real with this Xotempo. Theme song goes, hey now, hey wow, here come and read between the... No, I can't get it. Reading it off of that. Hit it with a cadence sketch if you can. Like, type it in like, how does it go? Hey now, hey... Read between the lions. Isn't it like something like that? Bruh. Gungorka. Yeah, what's good with him? What is his power? I don't even remember if they talked about his power. Granted, I'm not up to date with that show. I kind of put it down. Not gonna lie. I'd seen season 3. I thought it was alright. But then, yeah, I don't know. I felt like, I didn't really resonate. I felt like the pacing of season 3 was really whack. All right. Chest. Chest. And remember, I've explained that the third like form creatures are humanoid because they've been given enough they've been developing with their trainers and who are humans. So if you're unlocking the Xotempo's potential, it's like they're getting that capacity to become even more, because of the human element that you bring to the table, Bro, I cooked this guy up pretty quickly and he's pretty dope. How do I do the crotch area? Do I do like a Speedo? See, now if I take that out, it'll look like he's naked. How does Lucario and them do it? I'm gonna have the white underbody here, black claws. MHA is almost over? His power is being hot. Danny, stop playing, bro. He's not hot. He's like a weird orca. His face don't even make sense. His body don't make sense. He's half orca. He's the hero known for looking like a villain, playing the role for one of the... But like, what's his deal? When I heard, hey now, you're a rock star. I love my hero so much. I feel like you on season 3, but only it's so good. Season 6, the gang worker was really strong. Had some sonar. Give him a scale skirt. You simply can't. Give him a scale skirt. How do I do... Okay, so let me do... Because, yeah, it looks like he's swimming up towards the surface in this illustration, Oh, what if I gave him like a bodysuit type of thing and it kind of looks like that? Or, you know what? I could even just... Wait, I could straight up, instead of... I could just give him, like, human arms. So I don't have to give him... Nah, I feel like that would look mad weird, because he would, like, look straight, and he looked like a bullet bill. Hey, what is all this talking about? What if you give this guy a wrinkly whale chin? I would like that to create some texture. Yeah, she's talking about like was it like the baleen, right? Of the whale? Like you'd see it on a blue whale. I actually really like that idea. AKA the Chanos special. You know what? Maybe I'll just do it for like here. But yeah, I can't but you can't battle, play your card right, you're chilling out with your kids. Oh wait, no, she's right. That is the right lyrics. I thought she was making up some other story. Chilling out with your crew, so much to do, so much to see, so much to win. Oh, you're right, Dan. It might be the teeth. I'm getting my sharkology mixed up, whaleology. Did you know orcas aren't like as apex predators? They're actually dolphins. And dolphins are like generally seen as more dangerous than sharks. A fact that I'm sure they'll say during this week on Shark Week. Alright, I guess I'll just keep it simple like this for now. Hey now, hey now, hey wow. Oh, hey now, hey wow. This is where dreams are made of. That's a different song, right? I was singing the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Okay, because that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're a rock star, get your game on, go play. Hey now. Yeah. I got had on stream. Alright, how do I make this guy look like he's swimming upward? He's got like the craziest, thickest thighs, too. And I did that just for Dan. Oh, okay, hold on. I kind of like this. How do you like that? We're shortening. You know what? I'll just give him... I mean, this is really one of the craziest poses I've given to one of my creatures. I'll likely make his static key art far different. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I can't imagine Dolphins attempt on a Thursday where it's an evil mastermind. Hell no. I don't want him to have that evil mastermind one. I was originally planning on this guy having 2 stages. Just to have like a regular shark. But you know what? I do love sharks, so it's on brand. My dolphin is very weird, but interesting. It's based off Matsaya, who is not seen as a dolphin, but rather, you know, some sort of fish. Like I said, creative liberties. No. Looks epic. Hell yeah! Photo shoot. Pose. Pose. GXT for years here. We'll take them on together. We'll tickle mud together. I'll tell you something. As a huge fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, okay, I never seen Yu-Gi-Oh GX. I was like, if it don't got Yugi, I'm out. I'm sorry to say, I'm out, and I was out. I still got my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and everything. But yeah, Chad, I think I'm putting this guy on my team 100%. Yeah, the only thing is, this middle section is kind of throwing me off. But I don't know what to do otherwise. You know, what if I gave him... Ooh, this is interesting. I can just give him some sort of, like, protrusions on the side just to, like, expand the silhouette a little bit. And it'll kind of look like hammerhead sharks, you know? That certainly gives him a lot of visual interest, right? Breaks in the silhouette and everything. I'm not going to do those tiger stripes there. What I'll do is I will likely just cut it into his thing like that. Bring that down. Bro, I freaking cooked, dude. 5Ds? Nah, get out of here. You thought it was gang worker, but no, it's Big Bitty Shark Daddy. You can post it in the Discord. GX more than the OG? Get out of here. Fake fan? You never met Zane? I don't know who Zane, Chaz, or Ojamas is, and they can all get out of here. Get out of here. I don't know who that is. Bro's giving Kratos vibes. Jaden was such a goofy character. Yeah, card games on motorcycles, bro. That's me and my boys would always just make fun of that. Like, oh well, funny enough, like we say jumping the shark for when like a concept gets too crazy. Bro, dueling on motorcycles? How do you get to that, bro? He's got some girth? Oh my god. It's true though. I'm gonna probably like streamline his face like this in the final one. You know? Actually, should I just do it now? You kind of see it. Little fin at a little bit of an angle. Black reefed hip shark or black fin rip. Yeah, this color, I like it, but it's a little too basic, right? So I kind of want to make him like a sea green, maybe. Although, at the same time, it's like pretty classic, right? Look up the Ojamas? Affront from to God? So here's the family of sharks, y'all. Obviously, I'll have to like streamline many of the designs to make them look like a family, clean up, make them fit the same art style. I like the goldfish kind of like wobble gong. I guess, yeah, this shark would need to be a little more simpler, like a middle stage. And then, yeah, you'd have chaos and order. I definitely need to fix the pose for this guy. This guy, you know, he needs mostly, if anything, proportion adjustments, right? Ooh, that's an ugly arrow. Let's get this. Let's get this. And then let's get this. Oh. Alright, looks pretty good. Baby's so cute. Thanks! He's based on a wobble gum, which is a real shark. Look it up. He's very cute. Really want the Ojama cards. They're so funny. I actually cared about Chaz. The time between the Shark Gods, Xotempo, and Luska, both are so epic. I definitely want to catch both and put them on my team. Dueling motorcycles taming my man. I've shaved while making myself breakfast. My god. Like Big Daddy Shark. Does the baby have facial shit? So it's basically based on something called a wobble gum, which are these like really cute manta ray looking like sea carpet sharks, and they've got like beards and whiskers, so it just kind of looks cute that like a little baby has like basically kelp or seaweed that looks like facial features that will eventually grow into like the kelp kind of like stands in for the tentacles for the Luska, and then I guess you could say, you know, kind of makes him look regal when he's like a shark god king. So, oh, you know what would be really cool actually? If I did something like I made it like a sand tiger shark, because then it looks kind of like the wood that the Maori people used when making their weapons. And I could still have the, you know, bits of color and whatnot, like yeah, I gotta be very careful with how many 3-stage Pokemon, or Xotempo I should say, I have in my game. I was supposed to have bait for fish, but the shark is more bait than me? Shark rug? There you go, chat. Very successful night, I'd say. 4 designs down. Shark bait. Hoo-ha-ha. I already see what I want to do differently for Luska and make him even more cooler. I want all our chat to go. So what's Xotempo are left? I mean, there's still a lot left. I still have to make an elephant. I have to make, let's see. Elephant for sure. I got a very fun, simple line for that. Ooh. I need to do one with like a lotus seed and a mandrake. That'll evolve into the tree ant. Which I've already designed. Oh, fairy and pixie would be a really cute one. Don't fire me, the timer ended. You set the timer late. I want it to be finished by 8:59. It's 9:13 now. I won't fire you, Sketch. I could never in my heart of hearts ever fire you. But you're safe for now. Baka Kujira will be in the next, since I have 2 sharks, I'll put Baka Kujira if I ever get blessed for a part 2. I can do like a cute, like simple whale which will be an earthen whale, kind of like Garchomp. It's called the Slide Rock Bolter. It was like this whale that was seen, I think, in Colorado. Don't forget the Dragon Line. Yeah, Dragon Line might be a long time coming because that's going to be a pretty. Centaur, Minotaur, Were Hyena, Impundulu, which is like this thunderbird. Mananganal, this vampire. There's definitely a lot of cool ones. Oh, we have Larvae and Mothman. I got that done. Okay, yeah, perfect. So, Luska, Aniwa, and then the first one was Amebia, I think. Ambia, was it? No, Abaya. So I have to put the Abaya references more in the design, which I'll do like at a later pass. But there's definitely some really cool ones that are going to be done on stream soon. So look forward to it. But yeah, I think it's time we start closing it. Akunawa? You sent the between the lines things. You have a big pass. There you go. Dragon D. Was there Groot Slime? No, I'm passing on Groot Slime. Imagine a centaur with a shark body, Minokawa. But yeah, let's see. Okay, I have the Dust Bunny. I have this black. I'm gonna do a traditional black cat, simple, right? An American folklore of bad luck. So I'll do that. And then I'll have one. I'll have it be a split. One evolves into the Mishipeshu, and the other will be Quetzalcoatlipoca. So one will be from the Great Lakes tribe, and then one Aztec. And then I have the Sphinx and the Griffin is a split line. That one is going to be sick. So next week, I'll do my Charizard-inspired one, the Venusaur-inspired one. Let me see the Dust Bunny again. He's hiding somewhere. I don't know where he... I guess I can pull out the... But by the way, chat, I will not be able to stream tomorrow or Friday. I will be going to... Not tomorrow, but I have stuff to take care of tomorrow, which I will need to do for... Manticore I'm not going to be doing for this batch. I have, again, like, way too many badass creatures. Like, it's getting to be overkill. Like, I think a good chunk of these remaining ones really has to be balancing out against them. Like, people are going to want to put every one of these guys on their team. Chimera, Aquila, these three, Tiger Guy. Like, I'm not saying it's my fault that I make banger designs. It is. But I've got to really balance out the designs. They are, like, really skewing to cool and badass and this and that. Like, I've got to find a better balance. And I also can't put the best of the best designs all in the first game and kind of blow my load, essentially. Not to say it like that, but, you know. What I'll have to do is I'll have to make 4 rows. Rows where it's got a split form, like the Scorpion Lady and the Spider Woman. And then rows for two stage lines that split into a third, like the one we did today. I only want the cute ones on my team. Danny, I'm trying to get you some more cute ones, you know? Dungeon and Meshi? What, like the anime? Oh, no. That doesn't fit the vibe of the world I'm building. That's such a specific anime. Everyone go to my Blade Xotempo Buffet. Hell yeah. Buffet? Buffet. What did I say? What did I say? Because you said, Bonnie, settle down and say, yo, ew, never say that again. I don't know what I just said. What did I say? I was so wrong. So yeah, I have to like figure out the... That's what I'll do tomorrow if I can get some time for it. The ones that... So this side on the left are the 3 stage. That's only the 3 stage. This one in the middle will be the ones that have splits. I might do... Do I need to do splits, chat? I just feel like if I do that, I could have more family lines. Right? Buffett. Django Fett and Buffett. Oh my god. Maybe I should only do like 100 monsters. It's like this is already 70 and it is a lot. Maybe I'll tone it down. Like, I have a really good balance of species. To do 150 is insane. Goblin Shark? I already finished my sharks today, Cody. The phrase shall never be spoken of again. At least not in front of me. I'm a prim and proper lady. Yeah, right. A goblin shark? That's a goblin. But yeah, I might have to, the splits are some of my favorites. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I have 100, I mean, I'm at like 70 something designs over. I'd say at least spare the dragon. No, it's all good. It's all good. I will be closing up shop because, you know, it's almost 3 hours into the stream. Not reading that, Danny. But yeah, I think there's a very beautiful and strong balance of designs here. Because if I were to line up, for example, if I were to line up the 3 stages, which, you know, again, with the splits, like, I really need to do the splits ones very... They can't be the most... Like, there would need to be more regular 3-stage lines than split. You know? But... Like the video and comment? Exactly. Thank you, Kofi. Yes. So as you can see, like, the 3 stages are... Technically even more with the 4th, are way outclassing the 2. There should be more 2-stage lines than anything, because those are supposed to be, I don't want to say the filler, but the kind of creatures that really, you know, fill up the world space, right? How many Xotempo are you planning? I was originally planning about 140, not counting legendaries and mythicals that you can't capture. You can only befriend them and summon them to fight with you. But yes, thank you, Danny, for always hanging out and for the laughs. Have a good night. Thank you so much. I'm gonna call it here too anyway, chat. But yeah, I'll figure it out. At the very least, I don't mind working on a lot of designs on stream, and then like cutting and saving few for like the second batch, right? Meaning like if I ever got a part 2, it would be smarter to do like, for example, with Pokemon, right? They did 150 the first gen and then dropped 100 the second. It would be really dope if I were able to like do like 75 or 100 for my first and then drop, if not equaled to or more than that the second time. Because yeah, it is very hard to continuously just develop. It's like an insane ask, you know? People are only going to be choosing about 6 of 150 anyway, so realistically it might, you know what, looking at it like this, it might be like 100. I'd be very, very something to be proud of for sure. And then just save the rest, right? But okay, I'll figure it out more. Like I said, I won't be able to get on tomorrow or Friday. I will have a video out Saturday, so I'll see you guys that day for that premiere if you guys want to come and watch that with me. But yeah, in the meantime, I would say that I'm very pleased and proud of today's progress. 4 designs is a lot one way or another, and they all felt really strong and just has a lot of room for potential. So, all right, chat, I'm gonna call it here. Bye, sketch. Bye to you all. Everyone have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Next week, when I start up again, I'll be doing Charizard inspired and Venusaur inspired the next day. And then for those, since those are 2 stages, if I finish up, I'll want to work on adjusting some of the other designs. But yeah, everyone have a wonderful